Hey, welcome back after the break. I'm Brent, and I'm going to be your DM for Progenitors Bloodlines. I'm here with my lovely players. We have Simon as the tough Tomas. No, that's
Nope.
wrong. Simon as the fiery Wilm. Peter
There
as
it
the
is.
tough Tomas. CJ as the spidery Otto, and Diana as the cutie QT. Quinn. Sorry about that. I was looking at Peter right when I was talking about Simon. I shouldn't do that.
That would make
Look at the
a
person you're
good
talking about.
April Fool's episode. We all play each other's characters.
Oh gosh, that'd be really funny. Maybe I'll just make that in something in here. It's the body switching plant or whatever.
Yeah, one of the world events or whatever.
Gosh,
We're
that'd
all
be really
swapped.
fun. All right, hold on while I just write that down in my notes. But yeah, before the break, we had investigated and found more of these strange bulbous creatures that and sulfurous-smelling creatures that have been inhabiting the coastline. It seems like on the island. Very strange, but you're able to speak their language. And having caught one and trapped it a little bit within a shell, you see its head poking out. And now you're able to speak with it. I'm going to put a little picture of the thing up over here.
Uh-oh.
Sounds like it goes.
Yeah, it's making like a
I was
sound,
wrong.
but probably the little.
When it
A little
inhales.
bit more high pitched, maybe.
And yeah, I mean, you don't see too much of it. Again, Tomas has firm grip on the rock that it's inhabiting, but I think like can push out little bits. It's almost like you're moving your hands a little bit every now and then to cover these little bits to make sure it doesn't get out. But you hear it go wah as it responds to Quinn speaking to it all of a sudden in its language being translated.
I said, who sent you?
Yeah. How do you speak Mogwai?
I speak Mogwai because I am one of the most powerful of your owners. So I said, who sent you? I'm trying my best to bullshit my way.
Roll me an intellect with disadvantage as the Mogwai goes. Wouldn't you know who they are then?
A 12? Oh wait, disadvantage. 1 sec. Never mind, worse.
Or sorry, there's no disadvantage in Cypher. What am I freaking saying? I'm defaulting to D&D. You would just have a detriment to your roll, so it would be 12 minus 3, so a 9.
Oh, okay.
And the 9 will not be enough to convince it that you are one of the masters who doesn't know the other masters.
I look at the rest of them. I'm like, I think he can see through me. Wait, what should I ask?
He's trapped regardless. Just
talk first.
I think Aldo wants to talk through my translator. I give him the ring.
You hold out your arm so that he can talk into it.
To who?
To Aldo.
Hello. Can you understand me?
Oh, another one that speaks Mogwai.
Yes. Clearly, whoever sent you here gave you incorrect instructions. Do you not believe that whatever your directive was would lead you to such people as us who can speak your language? I think not. So tell us who sent you here so that we can reprimand them instead of you.
Fancy words. I don't like them. Gimme. He's there. Get him for me. I get him.
I can have my friend close the rock that you are in, and we'll see how small you can squish.
Small? Squishing so small, I can get anywhere.
Go ahead, Tomas.
Raise my eyebrow.
Let's see how small our friend can get.
Ah! Oh! Ah!
It starts squishing and squishing.
Do a little rotating too.
Oh!
Then you hear,
My back.
Can't put it back in.
Ah! The other way. Mo will talk. Mo will talk. Stop it.
Speak.
Mo was sent here. Many we were spawned so that we could see and mark.
See and mock.
Yes, see and mark where the one who went, the one who was exiled.
And you were sent from the place where he was exiled, were you not?
From across the sea, floated here, waiting to manifest with the others. Strong is the one who spawned us. Strong is the one who gave us form. And now we will be given more. We were promised.
Interesting. You are not made of what we are made of. What do you know of that?
Mowu's made same as other Mogwai. All Mowu, all Mogwai, Jing Kwai, Yao Kwai, Ye Kwai Kui Hanli Kwai Go.
What?
No, knows nothing. This one, nothing. Let me be on him. Let me mark. You won't even know. Bring. Then the other will come and feed me.
Can
will
you
all
not
feed
see?
me.
He was already marked. You are too late.
He is marked for us to see.
So what more do you want with him if he is already marked?
Marked for us to see. We mark for others to see.
And who are these others? I tire of the same question.
Then let me go. I will manifest and let me go.
Do you understand the concept of death?
Mofashemo, I know. But it's not the same. Not for Mogwai. Do you know? Do you know what happened to Mogwai?
Tell me.
I would not tell you. You must do for me.
Interesting. He seems to. They can't hear him, or everyone can understand him, but he can only understand one person at a time.
I mean, if like Quinn wants to turn it off, she can turn it off anytime.
Okay. I'll push it away
Okay.
from me.
I turned it off just for a second. And I said them. So what do we do with this guy? It seems like whatever that guy, Bart, got exiled, and whoever Mark, Bart, the marked one.
B-Man. Yeah, Bart's here.
Yeah, it seems he got marked for some reason. What have you done out there?
All of the Scorched Saints go through a ritual to become one of the saints. We imbibe from the sacred chalice, and there is a sigil marked on our skin, crafted for each of us. I mean, like he like takes off part of his shirt and shows you on his shoulder and on his left shoulder, branded into his skin, a scar that instead of being pink is black. And it has a sigil, and it seems to be, in his case, it looks like a bit like an old sailor's tattoo. It's like a heart, and there's what appears to be like some wavy lines a little bit outside of the heart, and then just like these straight lines coming out of that, piercing all into the middle. So I was the kind-hearted, and my power comes from an unseen force within.
So I'm just throwing a theory out there. Is it possible that this ritual to become a scorched saint involves making a deal with some being of, some denizen of his origin? You kind of like nod towards the Mogwai.
You hear like a because it's like in this. Tomas, you want to go ahead and roll me another might check to keep him in check during all of this?
So I'm just going to continue just speaking about it. I'm going to kind of keep a flame at the ready.
A 9 is enough to hold it, but you can feel it really pushing against the bonds.
And so it is marked for others of the same persuasion to find.
Perhaps, but I made no knowing deal with anything, and there was no agreement.
Well, potentially simply by accepting to drink from the chalice. That was enough to seal the deal. Again, I make no... this is not definitive. I am just merely stating a possibility.
From what I remember, I can feel the energies here a little bit. I don't remember anything that resembled the energy of this thing.
Well, we know this thing came from overseas, at the very least. Can you tell us how many there are?
You're talking to the Mogwai?
Well, I'm talking to Otto, as in, like, you've been getting a rapport with him. Can you tell us how many there are?
Oh yeah, I can put back the translator.
My fear he will not be giving much. Oh, it's on. Excuse me.
Yes, you should be afraid. You fear. You fear.
Yes, we fear of respect for the Mogwai, and we wish to know more. Can you tell us how many more of you fearful beings there are for us to fear?
Feed little Mowu. Feed Mowu, and Mowu will be able to tell you, give you what you want.
What do you eat, fearful one?
Come closer. Come closer.
I'll come closer.
You come closer, and do you have a willingness
away,
to
pull it away.
feed the this Mogwai?
No, I'm trying to deceive him into thinking that I am.
You come a little bit closer.
He goes, you don't want to feed, must want. True willing, I know. This one knows.
Well, I can always feed you this flame.
Violence and threats.
Well, that's what you come here with, facing us. So why do you expect any different?
I did not threat. I have not hurt
Yet.
yet.
While I'm holding this thing, can I try and make like an emotional connection with it? Is that even a possibility? Can I try and see if that's a possibility?
Go ahead. Roll me an intellect.
I'm using my empathy skill for this.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Yo!
Whoa.
Let's
Whoa.
go!
On a nat 20, you try to empathize with this thing. Try to have that emotional connection as they're talking to it. And all of you see, all of a sudden, the Mogwai starts to grow in his hands. You cannot push it closed as you unintentionally feed it what it needed, emotions. And it starts to swell up. On a nat 20, I think that you feed it just enough that you don't lose control of it. It's still stuck in this rock. But you can hear a change in it as now you start to recognize, like when you tried to empathize, you're trying to feel what it was feeling.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to something that was, it's basically like pure malice? Like, what would your emotion be that it's feeding on in response to this?
I think so I'm getting like a feedback of pure malice from this thing. My little face turns into one of these bugs, basically, like for like maybe a half a second, and then my flight or fight response kicks in. And I think if you'll let me, just like in this moment, kind of like feeling this intense emotion, I put the rock near my chest and I summon my drill hound to just like drill through the rock.
So you're feeling the
Like
fight,
overwhelming, like yeah, no,
aggression.
fuck this shit. Yeah, I do not want this here.
So aggression is what it intakes. And as you feel it growing in strength in here, and on the nat 20, you're able to stop it in time and to be able to control it. And you summon this drill hound to attack it. Go ahead and roll for the drill hound. You're going to make a speed attack.
Okay. I'll use effort for this. 17.
A 17 will do it. And the drill hound is going
With
to
effort?
do with effort.
Is it like a 5+ or something?
I said will do it.
No, but like you said, like sometimes like if it's like the roll is like 5+,
Oh, 5+.
what's needed. Sometimes like it's better.
It depends on what kind of a effect, if it's a role play effect or not. I think in this moment, this is more of like a like, you're trying to hit this, you get a square hit to drill into the rock, and you know that this thing takes damage. It takes the drill hound's damage, which is 4 damage. The drill hound looks like it does not want to eat this.
No, yeah.
To power up or anything, so that's not an option in this case. But the Mogwai hissing from within. Make me another might check. And this time, I think, having drilled into it real good, you got him, but it's like the rock is like a little bit looser.
Weaker.
Yeah.
There's a hole.
Yeah.
So you've hurt him, but now it's a little bit harder to keep it together.
I feel like if he attacked, I would probably attack too, like shortly after, at the very least. So like after maybe this might check or something, but like that would kind of trigger Wilm's, okay, let's get rid of this.
But you hear that
You were the ones who fed me. You would attack me now? Deal breakers!
All right, I'm gonna make that might check. I'll use effort for this. Another natural 20.
Oh shit!
on a
Fuck.
natural
Double
20,
that 20.
you rotate
What
the
the
rock
hell's
and
happening?
close it so that the hole gets like covered and it clicks
Or like
together.
2 halves.
Yeah. It definitely takes some damage. We're gonna say it takes light damage. Another 2 points. and you see like that goopy gluck dripping out of the rock. It's hurt, and it's in there.
Let me out!
I did not mean to feed it. It's just suddenly started taking of my strength.
You feel that it took nothing from you in a sense. Like it did not drain you. Right? Like you didn't lose any intellect points as a result of this, or might points or speed points. So really it was just you fed it by feeding it an emotion, and the aggression that you fed it means that it has become like stronger, and you can hear it in the voice that there's an edge to it now of like it's now, if before it was malicious and fearful, now it is malicious, fearful, and intent on it, like attacking.
Okay.
Shall we test my theory if we can channel the fire in such a way to see like if the attack is actually stronger? Sorry, for Bart.
If you're ready to get rid of it.
Are we killing it?
Bart looks over at you. He's like, "Is
I
now
think
the
it's a
time,
good time.
to,
Yeah.
to experiment? Shouldn't we just? I mean, is there a way for us to permanently capture this thing? Otherwise, I think we should just
Kill it.
It is struggling.
We have no
Might be
way
something.
of containing it otherwise at this point, so no. So I think that we got information from it. Anything further might just put us further in danger.
That's it.
Also, maybe some web to keep it closed.
Ooh.
I suppose I can do just that.
Unless we intend to just kill it. That's fine as well.
Doesn't seem to be much willing to talk more, nor does it seem to know much more than it gives off.
We could also,
But I can spare some web.
Yes, wrap it up, and then perhaps we could try something.
have you turned off the translator, or can it hear all of this?
If you give me the option, I would say I turned it off, but
I'm going to, because you are the doomed, force you to have left it on
damn it.
in this
Okay.
moment,
That's
and
fair.
not give you the XP. And so because of that, because of the doomed and not being left on, though, this thing,
What? Do not trap me. I can change my purpose. Change my
It's either that
purpose.
or we kill you.
Yes, let me change my purpose. Let me serve a new cause.
That's giving us more information. Are you gonna talk more
More about what?
about your masters?
I have but one master who was sent to the Mogwai here. Many small Mowu. But after consuming from the powerful font of emotion, there was an amplification of this one who encloses me within it. I am no longer Mowu. I am Yawai. I have become stronger.
Okay. So if you're so strong, why are you still looking to mark this man?
Because that
What's
is the
the point?
purpose. That set it is like an arrow loosed from a bow. You cannot change its trajectory by talking to it. You must do something to deflect it. I do not wish to unbe, to demanifest now that I have manifested in this world.
What happens to you
Continue. What happens?
once you complete
Mogwai.
your task?
Oh, we are promised something, a reward that we must get, and if it is not given, then there are things we take, things woven, things that belong to others that become ours.
Yeah,
I
let's
turn off
scrap
my.
them.
Yeah, I turned on my translator. Trap him.
Perfect. My hands are just like under all the web.
You're stuck with that on you.
So no more rolls for keeping it closed, but there is now a mogwai in this rock.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you mean
thrashing
a
about?
Yeah, what did you call it? Yeah.
Whoa, I think he deserves an XP for that.
All yaoguai are mogwai, and you would know that if you talked to him some more.
Oh, no, that's player knowledge. Damn it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we can talk with him later, but for now, I think it's a good time to keep him shut, I guess.
Let's not take too long. I don't want to be holding him forever. And he seemed to feed off of or was influenced by my emotions. But what if I controlled them and made him feed on really, really lame emotions?
Like, boredom.
Yeah.
Can you make him bored?
You talk about feeding him, and a little whisper in your mind, and it comes from the direction only for Tomas from the rock.
Okay.
Yes. Feed me.
Can it just like fade away immediately because I have that like psionic defense bark or whatever?
Yeah, I mean it's just this light
Oh, yeah,
whisper.
okay.
It doesn't force you to do anything, but you
Yeah, I
hear it.
immediately put him on silence, basically.
Eat. The rock jiggles.
Shut up.
All right, what do you guys do? You have a trapped mogwai.
Yeah, so for some reason, these guys are gonna get something good if they attack you, dude. What, like, how long have you been a sacred flame or whatever?
My whole life.
And it only
you see
triggered
the robe that
now.
he's wearing. He's like, well, I was exiled, so and I think you see something click for him, or he's like, no one who was exiled has ever returned.
Oh my. Could it be that every single exiled went through the same trial that you're going through right now with these guys?
I think it is very generous to call this a trial.
It's just a prolonged execution, really.
Yeah. Well, I would know a little bit about that.
Of prolonged execution?
Well, not prolonged execution, but being chased and kind of chased by similar creatures. I don't know.
You've
Did
been
that
chased
ever
by
happen?
these things before?
Well, not these things exactly, but I'm just not really like. Remember when I told you not to do the deal? It's because those creatures don't really like my creatures. We interfered a little bit with what Earth was doing. And they didn't like that.
So you're saying you provoked them, so they retaliated.
More than exactly like that, but the fact that I'm here is not appreciated. Let's just say that.
This
Bart
one
just
didn't seem
like,
to be.
I can't keep up with this.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Is there somewhere to sleep? I would like to just
There
lie
is a
down
bed.
and try to
There
process.
is actually.
Look, do we really want to keep this thing wrapped so precariously while we rest?
We could kill it. Wanna try your cool superpowers now?
I'd rather not do that so close to Tomas's hands.
Well, let's. Can you like cut a little bit to free his hands?
We just got it contained.
I don't know. I'm just thinking how we can kill this thing, or do we want to keep him for later to interrogate some more? Gotta make a decision on that.
I am fine holding on to this throughout the night.
All right.
You see Kaylin coming back and hails all of you. Kaylin reporting, it seems there were couple of others down, but as we got further away from the coastline, there were none. So we're scouting the rest of the island around the edge. But whatever these are, they don't react even as we kill them. He looks at your hands and goes, "What is this?"
We have caught one.
And it is reactive?
Oh, yes.
Very much so.
He just points at Bart. This is the different factor.
Yep, we figured that out.
Yes, and when they are active, they can feed off of our powers, Caleb. So be careful.
I see. He just looks at it. How does it feed?
Well, I tried to sense its emotions and felt something terrifying. And in a split reaction, it seemed to take hold of that. It was all very quick.
I'll tell the others not to attempt to do anything with it.
Remain
I think
calm,
that's safest.
level-headed.
Remind me the point of keeping it alive now.
Again, it's only if we want more information, but they did say we could kill it here and now.
I mean, Bart does kind of cock his head and go, it is a sentient thing. Is it not defenseless now? Would we not be killing it in cold blood?
Well, it's only defenseless because it's wrapped in there. If we gave it only one opportunity, I think it would want you dead, right?
It didn't say it wanted to kill me.
No, it wanted to mark you for others to know where you are.
What
Yes.
if marking means like chomp off your hand? I don't know.
I believe marking is what it just did to Tomas.
Yeah. Or pissing on a tree. I don't particularly want to be pissed on.
It fed on a person's emotion, and I believe that connects it and marks the feeder to it. And potentially
way-
others now, apparently.
So in a way, it was sent to haunt me.
I believe it was sent to track you.
Yes.
That way they can always keep tabs should you ever become a problem.
But they are mostly weak. And they seem to be keyed only to me.
Weak until they absorb whatever it is they do. Emotion, it seems. And this one grows stronger, bigger. Who's to say if we bring it to our camp with everyone around with all that emotion to feed off of, will we really be able to take it out if need be? We're essentially bringing a live grenade around all those we wish to care for, that wish to protect. That's something we should do.
Mentor comes out, kind of like crosses his arms. Well, maybe we talk to the other demon thing we know. Perhaps he has an appropriate cage.
I mean, we do have a
sale.
bell.
Are you willing to make a trade? And look at the other
I
three
don't
that
know.
were opposed to it last time.
I don't know.
It's time. Sometime. There's a decision that needs to be made.
My
I'm
fear
not
is to
comfortable
bring. Sorry,
bringing.
just
Sorry, I'm bringing this towards near my people or yours.
yes, and Bart as well. If he draws them to him, perhaps we will be drawing more of these if they are able to slip through the cracks to our people. He brings much danger with him.
Roll me an intellect.
Ooh, natural.
Oh,
One.
Natural what?
use your
Uh,
XP for something.
Nah, it's too precious to me.
On a natural 1, you think that indeed it is very dangerous and he very well could be attracting these things. And if these were minor ones, what would a major one be?
I convey that as well. Just to think. Is it worth the risk?
I'm not opposed to bringing Hudson and talking to him about information, but all I'm saying is that he might want something in return for information or for a cage. So if we do that, you three will have to be ready to trade
I
as well.
think we should just kill it before it gets too big. I think us should just kill it, send a message. You know? Don't mess with us. You want your mark, you get the burn. I'm just trying to.
What?
Well, as in, like, if you guys combo an attack.
I believe Quinn really wants to see.
I
your
want to
combined-
see how cool it becomes. What if it's like the coolest, like, you know? What if it can bring down a worm? This is just a test.
All right, let's kill it.
I look expectantly.
Well, we can't impose that upon Bart.
Bart.
I just
That's a
said we
impose.
cannot do it.
Roll me like an intellect to try and persuade him.
Oh, I'm just gonna attack it.
Damn it. Try it.
Yeah, you Bart, and you turn around and then he just.
It's already.
Well, so you do that and you hear like a ah! And it's not dead.
I'm gonna continue.
If you do it again, it dies. It just takes a second one. It was already hurt and crushed and all of this stuff. So even with its stronger form, everybody say goodbye to the newly formed Yao Guai.
Bye, Yaguai. It was nice knowing you.
It was nice.
Why? Won't miss ya.
Well, we might find more soon, but for now, at least we're not bringing one purposefully into our midst.
Well, as long as we tell our people to be on the watch out for anything that smells funky like this thing, I think we should be fine.
Yeah, Bart looks kind of sad about this a little bit, but so do I have to stay away from your wood?
For now.
Wouldn't.
But we will stay with you.
Have they reached inside the barrier of the forest, or have we been just doing the outskirts?
You just did the outskirts.
None of them have been found on the inside of the barrier. I don't know if we've checked inside, or if him walking through the barrier will.
As soon as you say, "Have we?" I don't know that we checked inside. Kalen just heads off. Kind of like grabs some people with him again to now go scout on the other side.
He's very efficient.
I'll reiterate my nat 1 thought. It'd be like, well, just because the smaller ones may not pierce through it, imagine what something strong enough to pierce through this veil would look like. Be capable.
Look, it's just maybe keeping a few guards outside with Bart
You
until we
see
can ascertain a bit better.
Mentor says, keeping a few. What if we should have experimented and tried to bring it in?
We'll find another.
What if it leaves its mark inside?
Valeth is powerful.
He's not at his full power yet, though. Would we rather
Not
risk
while
that
we
with the
already have
voidlings
so many
also around?
threats. That's
All the more reason to speak with the Hellion.
Look, I'm more than open to doing so, but I don't want to do it against the wishes of the other three.
What do you have to offer it?
Mentor's like tugging at like Quinn. He's like, come on.
Will, what do you have to offer it? The Hellion.
That's the thing. There is nothing that we can offer it right now. Aside from potentially a future favor.
What did it want last time?
You did trade with it last time.
It wanted the... Like, what's the silks?
It was like branches and wood. And
Wood.
He took mystical lumber.
Yes, because it is a magical forest.
makes sense.
So what it
But
is
we
doing
can-
with that, I don't know. Maybe we should check with Valeth if it's alright. It is potentially a part of him. Don't know how far he extends, to be honest. But
That is wise.
there are many things in the wood that might interest this Hellion. There's even that sap.
right, but is that something that we can give it, or is it just who we are taking from the wood to give? Is it ours to give, is what I'm asking.
We can communicate with the forest way. You probably know this. But my previous thoughts, I might have promised more than I can chew. Maybe.
What?
Let's see.
So
Well, for my people, you guys' people are fine, but mine are pretty much gonna follow in the Fae's traditions. Well, we are in their territory.
What?
Let's just say talking to Faye was very complicated, and I kind of given more than I could. I messed up a little bit. At least May was there and softened the blow, but still.
what?
You don't. You seem to be just explain, like you're explaining but not explaining at the same time.
Okay.
What did you
so
do?
I promised that I was going to treat the Fays as if they are higher ranked than me in a way. By respecting them, I respect their culture. Well, we're in their care. But at some point we're probably gonna move with our people. I don't think we want to stay here forever. So while we're here, my people have to listen to them.
Will makes a mental note of going to see Mei Lin and asking for the exact words.
Yeah.
Alright.
Johnny pipes up. He's like with the spiders. And he's like led them closer to you guys now after doing the search. And he goes, "What? We're not staying here forever. This place is like paradise. Got fruit, shelter, meat.
That we do.
It's pretty
We will
great.
let-
We're on an island. It means we're pretty well defended."
Might not be immediately, but we might need to expand. We may not be able to impose upon Valeth's hospitality forever.
The more people we are, we're gonna just run out the forest at some point, even though it's magical. We're gonna have to. I don't know. This is future talk. We should focus more on the present. I
Like sleeping.
like sleeping.
So, if it's agreeable to everyone, we'll keep Bart here company outside the barrier.
Yes.
Agreed.
Bart bows. Thank you. I could have made do with less, but I appreciate the thought and the effort.
If any of you need to go talk to anybody inside, you may. Obviously, it's just nice. It would be good to have people around just in case those things arrive during the night. Have a watch.
I will depart if it is agreeable with you.
Of course.
All right. And camp begins to be made, supplies brought, dinner also brought outside the forest to all of you. Bart just eats another vegetarian meal. He does inquire a little bit about, basically he would like to eat meat, but to do so requires a ritual on his part. There's like a specific, like you got to put like a, certain of his herbs in the fire and has to burn for a certain amount of time. And then he would like cook the meat on that and then only be able to eat that meat.
If we bring you raw caught game, at what point of the process do you need to do your prayer?
He says, I would need the wood to maintain the fire. It needs to be burning for 12 hours for me to be able to start the process.
All right. Well, I guess start tonight and tomorrow morning. You'll be able to start your day with some meat.
That would be incredible. And if you have, do you have salt?
No, the salt was from you.
So he's like seems confused all of a sudden. He goes, "You don't have salt here in your city?"
What
City is a generous term.
Oh,
We're as much in the wild as it gets. If you didn't know this.
I meant what I said, camp.
Tomas is like laying in the grass.
oh, yes, of course. And you can see
We don't
he
have Schmentz.
assumed something and is now being told that he was wrong. He goes, well, maybe we can get some seawater in the coming days, and I can create some salt then.
Yes, we would need to procure it.
Okay, then I will forgo the ritual for now until we have the salt for curing in hand. That way we don't waste any of the meat. It doesn't have to all be eaten at once, essentially.
Oh, it will be eaten. That doesn't.
We have lots of mouths to feed.
With the ritual meat?
Oh, no. Well, yes. If you plan on, how much did you plan on ritualizing?
What does the ritual do to the meat?
It just cooks it. It doesn't. It's not nothing real special.
So then, yeah, it will be eaten.
No, but he wants to keep it over a few days.
You don't have to eat ritual meat. He has to eat. He will only eat ritual meat.
So
it's like
best to keep it for him, so he doesn't have to do it multiple times.
basically he eats halal, so it's like don't eat all his halal meat because it's
God.
an effort to make more.
All right, we'll get some salt tomorrow and go from there.
No worries. So yeah, you guys break camp. Is Quinn staying out here too with Tomas and Wilm, or is Quinn going back in like Otto?
I'm gonna go back in just to relay some messages to May, like, oh, we met this guy, this happened, that happened, and then, yeah, you know, just relay what happened, and then I'll go back out.
Yeah, you tell her what happened. You're like going to leave, and she comes out with you.
Oh,
Excited to meet.
it might be dangerous, May.
I think like you like look
She's
back to
more
say that to
excited.
her, and she's forward. She's
Okay, just promise me that if anything happens, you run back to the forest, okay?
She says, "Yeah."
It's because if I die, you're gonna be my representative.
She's too far to hear that now.
Oh my god. And I walk after her. No.
And you walk back after her. By the campfire, you see she's speaking with Bart, asking him, just so many questions. Where did you come from? How did you sail here?
Wilm is right next
what
to
were you
them
eating?
and like participating in this conversation.
Absolutely, you're taking some information from this. Yeah, I think if you want to, even between sessions, if you want to white rate me like a bunch of questions that you have for this guy, send it over. I'll answer them all, put them in the chat,
Cool.
and you guys can get like
Oh,
whatever it is that you want. You can basically get it.
What's his blood type? And
He doesn't know that. So. Yeah, I will say here. I think we're towards the end of our session right now. Yeah. So the last thing I'll say about this campfire evening that you have is he describes the city that he lived in, built with stone blocks, cobblestone streets, buildings made of stone. Like basically everything is like fireproof and like weathered by time, reused stone from like ages past or other buildings and things. He says that there's a lot of infrastructure that they work on in terms of trying to make sure that the roads are well maintained, that people are able to get to the water, that they have ships that are made of metal, that are able to sail even in like bad storms. They are powered by a kind of like steam and magic put together in an engine. So it's like he starts talking to you guys about what seems like kind of steampunk style technology, where it's like it's not quite like futuristic tech in the sense, but we are definitely not the Stone Age. So we're in this kind of like alternate weird sector. All right, and leaving you guys on stony, steampunky across the sea, we go to Otto, who has gone back into the forest.
Do we have a structured week in terms of like weekends and weekdays? Or do we just kind of live?
Not so much. I think like probably it's like every number of days go get water, every number of days go get food or do this. Seeing as there are no seasons within the forest, I don't know that it has crossed anybody's mind of like, oh, we have to put together a calendar of seasons and days and whatnot.
Approximately when is the next time we're gonna go get water that day?
I mean, it could be whenever. You always need more water.
Can it be soon? Pretty soon? Okay. In that case, I'm gonna go and see Ilatier?
Ilathir. Yeah, Ilathir.
And the Weavers, but more specifically, Sylvanor.
Yeah, so it's like later in the day, you go see the like the Weaver section. They're like, oh yes, Elithier is just gone to rest. With the encampment, I'll lead you to him. And so one of the Weavers just peels off and takes you to where he kind of like lives, which is nearby to here. It's like a small shelter. woven with branches and leaves, but also spider silk. And so it's like a little bit more well put together than your average like lean-to that is in the forest. And like, yes, it's very comfortable here, but his has a door. And so you're able to open this door into this like fabric style tent, and inside he's got like little lanterns with these fireflies inside. And you can even see like he's just in the middle of tending to one of them, where he like gives them a little bit of like water and food. Essentially, it's like they're almost these miniature terrariums in a sense, where it's like he's keeping them alive to just be light for himself inside his structure. Goes, and he just bows deeply and just waits. Does not even dare to address you.
God. Sylvanor, I require 2 things of you.
What'd you call me?
Sylvanor?
Sorry, I'm just going to find his name right now. It's Synthanol.
Really? Sounds like a drug.
I have it written right here. Ilithir Sylvanor.
Sylvanor? Sylvanor sounds
from today's notes. So it could have been.
It could be Sylvanor.
It is. I have it written as Sylvan. I think before.
Synthanol sounds like what you would use to replace gas in this new world.
Straight
You know what?
up.
I think you said you
Some
changed a
synth
bunch of the names with V's. Maybe
I did.
that was like I heard it before, so I wrote it down. But then now it's Synthanol.
It's changed. I like Sylvanor, so Elithir
Yeah.
Sylvanor. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I require 2 things of you. Are you prepared?
2 things of mine, my liege.
I require something woven with much skill, expertise, and attention. And I require you, as your prophet, to send a message to those with your disposition within our people, the Ottomans.
He looks up at you. For what purpose do you need something woven? Because the purpose will inform the structure. There's at least a minimum amount that I must know for what it will be used for. And in terms of the other weavers like myself, they would be at the glade, at the grove.
Good. I simply require something to show the craftsmanship of the weavers, whatever that might mean to he who weaves it.
Do you want something like what we've made for the others at the encampments, or is it? I do have what we've been working on for the Phoenicians. There's a fireproof style of fabric that we've been trying to put together. I don't have a lot of it.
No, nothing so useful, more aesthetical, something that will be pleasing to the eye upon inspection.
Would it be a full garment?
I'll gesture to like the robe that I'm wearing, the kind of like Catholic robe, with different designs on it and stuff like that. Something like this will do.
Yes, I mean, you see he's wearing a more intricate robe as well, right? Like he's made himself something that looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. Do you have a color that you would like it?
Whatever suits the weaver. It is a show of your skill.
Well, it's not. Roll me an intellect.
Ah! Is that another one? No, it's a 4.
4. You don't feel emotion, and you see he's feeling something, and it's hard to parse. what exactly is crossing his mind in this moment as he goes behind him, and he seems to like go under his like makeshift kind of like bed area, and he pulls out what looks like a really like it's a beautiful black it looks like a not a gown, what's the word I'm looking for, it's like an overcoat type of deal, and it has a hood, and he just brings that over to you and he says, it's not quite finished, but would this do? Is this what you're looking for? Something like this?
That is perfect. You've done well. Would you be able to finish this quickly?
Yes, yes, of course.
Good. And as for the others, instruct as many as you can to meet at the Grove on the day where we refill our water supply. There is a similar journey that we must begin on. An exchange and collection of the essence of life in liquid form. That is all. I will be in my chambers, or my webbing.
Yes, my prophet. Oh, no, sorry, what did we say that they
that was
call
it.
you? But that they call you.
Oh, there were some other ones. There was Prophet. There was
Messiah.
No, it was Arachne something or something Arachne.
Vox Arachne, the prophet, the voice of
Yes.
the great spider.
The voice of the spider. That's Voxa. Yes, Vox Arachne. And he bows his head, and you leave. You set Elithir to his task. The weavers will come to meet you. I think he does tell you like when the next watering. It would be 2 days, so like not tomorrow, the day after.
Okay.
So fairly soon.
Excellent.
All right, and with that, with some sort of plot forming with Otto in the dark of the wood, and the rest of our party by the fire, with Bart and May talking about what it is like across the sea, and with the lingering malodorous smell of sulfur perhaps dissipating across the isle slowly. Now that many have been taken out by the scouting party and yourselves, I think we will conclude this session and return in a couple of weeks.
XP.
EXP.
EXP, of course, my players. I said return in a couple of weeks, but I'm remembering now that the schedule means that I would I would have to go again next Tuesday.
Oh yes.
Are we all available?
I should be.
I'll have to check. I'm not sure.
Let me know, and then we'll let our audience know on Discord. You should probably join that. But for EXP, what have we done today? I think I was of a mind to give you all 1 XP because you only dealt with
Yes.
the Mogwai incident. But I do like all the talking and information gathering from Bart, and from going now to these weavers and what's going on. So I will give you 2 XP to divide. How would you like to divide it?
Generous DM.
I got last week, so.
Oh, I was about to say I give one to Otto because he munched the freaking creature.
Yo, yeah.
No.
It was pretty
deserves
power
it.
tripping, you know.
No. I can't.
Okay, okay, you get one for the natural one you got. How about that?
I was about to say also like Peter maybe for the two
Two nat
20s in a
20s?
row.
Two nat 20s?
Yeah, but I already got 2 nat 20s. I don't need anything else, you know? Well, okay, well, we just do a vote. I say CJ. Ottoman.
Yep.
The
But there's
Ottoman
two to
master.
give out.
There's 2 to give out. Oh, and everyone keep track of your hit points and pools because you don't pull them all
Yeah.
automatically at the end of every day.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think, I mean, we both got experience last time, but Simon's basically like dictated the conversation with Bart for the majority of the session, which was extremely helpful for the story and for the players and everything. So I do want to vote for Simon, but I will also vote for Diana for that stressful scene that we put you through.
What? What?
What the
Her admitting what happened.
yeah.
yeah, me being like,
One at a time.
I would rather get the point just for being a translation machine.
Yeah.
That's why I would snap to the
All right,
point.
CJ and Dan.
Fuck.
Well, how much XP are you at?
Next time. 3.
Oh,
Should be
wait,
at
so you're gonna be
4.
at 4?
Get up.
No, I was at 2.
Oh,
So now I'll be at 3.
Okay, yeah, even more reason.
Alrighty. And with that, the XP has been divided. And that's it for today's adventure on the Hexagon TTRPG. Thank you all for being here and making an amazing session. If you enjoyed the game, don't forget to follow so you're ready for our next episode. You can tune in this Thursday for the Hexagon's next episode of Geneset Rising, DM'd by our very own Peter. You can find more content, world building, and updates on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Just look for Hexagon TTRPG. That's it with Simon, CJ, Peter, and Diana, and me, Brent, your GM, signing off. We're Hexagon. Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
See ya.
Bye.